Hello everyone. We'll be doing a tutorial on the Deku cutscene skip setup that I found today. So, the Deku cutscene skip is a one frame trick where you have to die on the same frame that you start the cutscene. And so, in order to do that, to take down to 0 hearts, you have to slash a bomb so that or let the bomb explode on you, so that after the Chew gets hit, it finishes its death animation the exact frame that you go to 0 hearts. So that's the gist of Deku cutscene skip, and with certain setups, you can actually make it not 1 frames for a human being, but you're still dying on that same frame. And basically the idea behind that is that if you do different slashes, the different slashes will hit a bomb at a different time. So if you do a regular slash, which is this is a regular slash, versus a backward slash, a sideways slash, all these have different frame data, so that they will slash a bomb on different frames. And so basically the order is neutral, right, back, and left. These are the directions I'm holding on the analog stick, and basically those are the succession of how quick they happen. So basically the slowest is B, and then right is a little faster, and then back is a little faster than that, and then left is the absolute fastest. And that's if Link is, if you're facing this direction with the camera. Obviously it's flipped. For here, right becomes down, back becomes left, left becomes up. Basically because, the camera's in a different direction, which is going to be important for later. So basically, for Deku cutscene skip, you want to be in hero mode. It still works when you're not in hero mode, but the thing is, you don't damage down as quickly, so it's slower if you're not in hero mode, because you take double damage in hero mode. So that's one reason. The other is that because health, you'll see if I take damage, it'll tick. I don't know if you could see that, but it took 2 frames for me to reach that health. So basically, damage ticks a lot faster, actually twice as fast, if you're not in hero mode, because it will deal you half the amount of damage. So this setup that I'm giving you is the hero mode setup. Obviously, you can do Deku cutscene skip without hero mode, but it's not a good idea. So to start the setup, you want to get down to 1 heart. So I'm going to get down to 1 heart. Alright, so now I have damage down to a full heart, and I'm ready to start the process of Deku cutscene skip. Alright, so here we're going to bonk the Chews down, and then we're going to place a bomb and slash it to damage ourselves and to stun the Chews and kill a bunch of them. So we're going to do that. There we go. And then we got to get down to 1 Chew. This could be a little tricky, but now we're down to 1 Chew. So now what we want to do is, on this last Chew, we're going to target it, and we're going to turn the camera to the side. And then after turning it to the side, we're going to press B to slash it. We want to be as far away from it as possible so that it gives us more frames to do this. So that's pretty important, because he will hit the Chew at different times depending on where it is in his swing animation, because that doesn't happen in 1 frame. So we're going to turn the camera to the side, press B, then we're going to place a bomb, and then quickly press R to drop the bomb, and then we're going to time the home buffer. So I'm going to lure it over here because I don't like where it is. And then I'm going to unpause the game, and then press the analog stick direction that I know will work. And there you go. So that is what it would look like. The cutscene will attempt to start playing, and then it will fail to start because you can't watch cutscenes while you're dead in this game. And so now, if I return to Forest Haven, the leaf will be there. So I continue the game. I will restart at the beginning of Forest Haven, and then you clip into Forest Haven, and then you go get the leaf. So that skips watching the cutscene of him spawning the leaf, and it stays around 50 seconds if you get it. The basic idea behind this setup is that because there are 4 sword slash animations, you get 4 frames to press the home button. So based on the visual cue you got when you press the home button, you'll know what analog stick direction to hold, and that will make it so that this trick is actually 4 frames instead of 1. And with the other setup that has been used for quite a bit of time, when you pause buffer, that actually there are 3 frames that you can pause the game, and then when you unpause and press the home button, that actually is a 2-frame window to hit the home button. So this is much more frame lenient. It's 4 frames at minimum is the amount that you need for this trick. So you need to learn all those frame windows, which I will explain. So now I'm going to go over the different frames of the chew death animation. So after a slash from the chew, again you want to pull bomb. And then after putting it down, you will home buffer. And so these are the different home buffer frames. So you can see this right here is frame 1. So if you get this frame right here, you can see the chew is very much up and down. He's facing upright. And so this frame, you want to hold nothing on the analog stick and target after letting go of home, if you get this when you home buffer. This right here is frame 2. You can see the chew is leaning very much towards Link. This is the most he'll ever lean towards Link. And this, you want to hold to Link's right. So in this picture, you would want to hold up and target and B after pressing the home button again to exit the home menu. This right here is frame 3. So you can see the chew is not quite as leaning towards Link, but he's still leaning a little bit towards Link. So that is the 3rd frame, and you want to hold back away from the chew. So this would be to the right. So here you would hold right, target, and B out of the home menu. And this right here is the last frame. You can see the chew is leaning very slightly back. So he's not exactly upright, he's leaning slightly back. So this is the very, very last frame that will work. This is frame 4, and you want to get the fastest sword swing, which is 2 links left, or down here. So you want to press the home button and hold down, target, and B, and that should work. So this is the table that summarizes everything that I just said and shows the different death animations, the different frames of it, and what to hold if you get these after pressing the home button. So it's a 4-frame trick, and should, in theory, because the frame window is larger, it should be easier than all the other methods that have been known for this. But so yeah, that will be it for my tutorial. Best of luck with the cutscene skip. It does not affect any percent, obviously, because we don't have bombs, but in any beginner any percent route that does get bombs, this is probably something you would want to look at, as well as all dungeons. Even though this doesn't save as much time in all dungeons because of save warp flags, it should still save time. And so yeah, that's my tutorial.